Hello, my astrology friends. This is Lada from AstroLada.com, and I'm your astrologer for the September 2025 horoscopes. September is eclipse season. That's when things really shake and move. That's when we tend to get, if there is any natural disasters, they're most intense around that time, and those are happening on the axis of water, earth. So we have to watch out for that. The lunar eclipse on the 7th of September, the Virgo eclipse on the 21st of September, solar eclipse. So, whoo, and this is also a sign that in the next 6 to 12 months, because eclipses affect us globally for a long time, there will be big shifts in our medical system. Pisces, Virgo, they're connected to health, to medical things, matters about health and such stuff will be very important. Medical healing system, hospital system might be changing. Virgo is the workforce, and there will be other eclipses in Virgo. So something will shift for the next, already from September, but the job market in a big way. Watch this out. Of course, with AI and everything, oof, exactly those 2 years of eclipses in Virgo and Pisces. Pisces is unemployed, Virgo is working people. There will be like a huge change. Who is unemployed, who is working, maybe more unemployed people because of AI. We'll see this because the eclipse in Virgo is with the South Node, which is like weakening. In Pisces, with the North Node. So there might be like that more people will feel like, what are we going to do, Pisces? And where are we supposed to, are we unemployed now? What is our use? Well, Virgo is like, I feel useful and so on. So the eclipses are happening there on those two Pisces Virgo line. So medical, health, and working, non-working. So this is some of the themes, plus earth and water. You see, the other eclipse in Pisces or near Virgo was with Saturn, Neptune. We had the big water floods that happened in America right after this eclipse. Now let's pray. It's also hurricane season, so who knows? But on a personal level, the first eclipse, the lunar eclipse, is quite positive. It's trine Jupiter, its ruler. It's with the North Node, which tends to give us things for previous efforts, rewards us for something that we've wanted or you've worked on. While the next eclipse on the 21st of September is solar eclipse. It's about new beginnings, but it's with the South Node. You sacrifice something and the new is given to you, or you start the new, you open yourself to the new, and the old just leaves your life organically without effort. And Saturn is coming back to Pisces to finish old work. And actually, Saturn in Pisces cleans the slate, wipes the slate clean from past karmas. Think of problems that you had for the last 27, 8 years, or 14 or 7. These are Saturn cycles, or 21 years, or 14 or 7 or 28. That has been repeated. Saturn is coming back for the last 5 months here together with an eclipse there, a lunar eclipse, which lasts for 3 months to wipe it clean. So you start anew after that. So some repeating problems been bragging you, you're going to solve it in the next 5 months. But before I start with the 12 signs individually, I have a new course. I'm so excited. It's an ancient technique, 3,000 years old, ancient Hellenistic, the 3 periods of life. Everyone has 3 periods in life. Not everyone lives through all three. But there is a specific way and very easy. You don't need to know astrology. I lead you through that, how to calculate. For some people, the first period of life might be 17 to, for others, 38 years. And to analyze and to see, someone might be born in poverty and they shift into their second ruler, second life period, and they become so successful. Or someone might get into success and fortune and improved life and health only in the third period. So in their 70s, 60s, or some people move into the third period at 50. So for everyone is different. And I'll show you how exactly to calculate it, how to compare the periods, which is stronger, which is weaker. So you have a sense, like my first 38 years, I was in a very weak planet. And now I moved after that. So life has been wonderful into a much stronger planet. So or someone might be like very successful, famous, or, in the young adult years, popular and very promising. And then suddenly they disappear. They enter into their second period, which might be very weak in their horoscope, and they're like Mr. Nobody. So fantastic, only $20 for early bird purchases. Again, I want it to be very accessible to you. Um, and now let's go to the eclipses September for each of the 12 signs. Thank you. Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, September 2025, using Tropical Western Astrology. Taurus, the month is full of events, and it starts with Saturn moving back into your 11th house, where it feels quite well and will stay there till February. So you have 5 months to finish some unfinished long-term project, for example. 11th house is those long-term dreams and goals that we have, maybe working on something with a group of people, maybe completing some dream or goal that you've left and you're coming back to it now, or opportunity to come back to something, a dream or a long-term goal of yours will appear to hopefully give results. And there is also an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, which is again about results, ending, completions, and Saturn there. And the lunar eclipse will affect you for the next 3 months, Saturn for the next 4 or 5 months. So they'll be working together in this 11th house to do some very important restructuring of your 11th house. And that's like friendships, for example. Some friendships might end. Certain people might leave your life. Certain people from your circle or colleagues or in your social environment, not possibly not through arguments or crisis. It can happen in a more organic way for some of you, say they move away or something like that. Your social circle can change. But because Rahu, the North Node, is also in your 11th house, so there is like this, something old needs to be restructured. It needs to be through the eclipse as well, because it's full moon eclipse, to be changed, to be released. But Rahu, the North Node, continues to be in your 11th house. New friends will come, new social groups will come. But you need to do the cleaning up of it. This both Saturn and the lunar eclipse on the 7th of September that is active for 3 months after that. It's asking some cleaning up so something new can come there. People that are possibly more that you can benefit more from because the North Node is there, that have more practical use for you in some way, that because Saturn is there, that are not time wasters, but that are maybe more ambitious people or more serious minded people. Rahu is ambitious, Saturn is serious minded. Uh, uh, and and maybe you can and release ones that are taking advantage of you or are wasting your time, let's say. The 11th house is not just friends and social circles, it's also gains and profits. So you might be asked to revise. It's Saturn after all. Saturn is, let's restructure, let's reorganize, let's chop off whatever it's not necessary so we can have the most efficient, the most streamlined way. And 11th house is gains. Your salary can be 11th house, for example. If it's your business, the business gains or the ability to reach clients, the 11th house is the audience, the society, the population, your following, your fans or your clients as well. Uh, and how well do you network with them? You'll be asked to maybe reevaluate who do you want as your followers or clients, to change strategy in some way, or maybe to complete some project connected to, as I said, large scale project, business project in some way. And when it comes to salary or gains, Saturn can ask you to maybe complete some project that can give you rewards because the 11th house is house of rewards. What is rewards? It can be the salary, it can be the money from the business, it can be social approval. So something, some hard work that you have to do there to receive or to, and if you've done the job correctly, if you've done the job with utmost attention to detail, which Saturn requires, and dedication, you can receive very big rewards over the next 4 or 5 months for that work. It can really uh, complete and move ahead. Now, on the other side, we're going to have on the 23rd another eclipse, but this is a new moon eclipse in Virgo. This is your fifth house. And that is actually the second new moon in Virgo. The first one was in August on the 23rd. The second one is on September the 21st. This is very rare, guys. To get two new moons in the same sign, activating the same house. It's almost like a big exclamation mark from God saying, you really pay attention. You need to do something new here in this area of life. New moon, new beginnings. You need to renew it. You need to upgrade it. You need to take it or kind of like start something new. And the second new moon on 21st of September in Virgo, in your fifth house has duration of 6 months. So you're given quite a big window here, 7 to 6 months, to start some new beginnings, but you have to start them possibly around September, October. Oh. And what is the fifth house? The fifth house is creativity, to restart your creativity, to restart your joy from life, to restart your ability to be in the moment, to flow, to feel excited, to pour into you the Spirit of God. This is where it's inspirational. The fifth house is inspiration, where just like the most creative house, like kids are most creative, God is asking you to create something new. It might be some of you writing a book. It might be some new hobby that you start that is more creative, or it might be some sport, because fifth house is where we lose ourselves in the flow. Like when someone is painting or drawing or creating something, you lose time. Like kids when they're playing and they think it's like only 5 minutes passed. No, 2 hours passed. So God is inviting you, the universe or your higher self, to find something new like that that can spark up your creative and your divine inspiration. So it might be good for starting creative project. It might be good for starting even some kind of a business project if it's your own original idea. If it's something unique that hasn't been thought of before, or if you have already a business, something adding in a creative, original way to it. So you see, and interestingly, with the other planet Saturn and Saturn and the lunar eclipse in your 11th house, over the next 4 or 5 months, you can even have the chance to bring it out to the public because of that influence. Fifth house is also the house of affairs, falling in love. Because when do we feel most in flow? When we're in love, when we do something creative, when we're having fun. So it's an invitation and a push from the universe for some of you Taurus for a new love to enter you. A new love might be a new creative project, or it might be actual romantic love. And because this eclipse is opposition Saturn and Neptune, there might be some kind of fears initially when it comes to new love or new creative projects, or some obstacles that come. But there is also a lot of good aspects from Uranus, from Pluto to this solar eclipse to help. And there will be resources or people to help you in that direction, or clarifying information of some sort that will help, as long as you don't, kind of get scared. But it's requiring you to do some sacrifice, because the solar eclipse, new moon solar eclipse, is with the south node, which is about letting go something first. So you might have to let go maybe some other ways that you spend your free time, which fifth house is leisure time, free time, entertainments, enjoyments. Not so much distractions, but the things that really make you spark up. Not so much watching TV, but to pick up something new. Or it might play another way. You start something new, some new creative project, some new passion. Fifth house is passion, excitement, that zest for life, that awakens the zest for life for you. And in the process of that, you let go of some other unhealthy way of having fun, for example. Or you start a new romance, but it requires sacrificing certain aspect of how you're romantically been usually, or another romantic relationship. It's like letting go of something, or first starting something new and then letting go of something, or first letting go of something and starting something new. Fifth house is also children. And I forgot to say, because it's an eclipse on the 21st that triggers your fifth house, there can be some crisis, whether in the romantic life or in confidence or in identity, because fifth house is connected to all those things: identity, who am I, what really makes me happy, what really makes me shine, my confidence, our confidence. It can start with a crisis because it is an eclipse. But its goal is again to eclipses to realign us on the right track of faith and for our faith. Because many times we try and get like, oh, we rail off, we kind of go away from the path we're supposed to follow, and eclipse is just, okay, now you've gone this way, but I will derail you. And it can be quite sudden, quite unexpected sometimes. So this eclipse, in worst case scenario, can activate the change and the new beginnings, which can be very positive eventually, through some crisis in the love life, in the confidence, in the self confidence, in the creative process. It's a self house for you. Who am I? And you can start on a journey of new empowerment, because fifth house is one of the houses that wants to empower us. And what else is children? Fifth house is children. It can start a new journey for some of you, for a child, for others, a new chapter in the life of your child. For others, there can be some crisis, even situation with a child that moves, even though it might be stressful, but it actually takes the child to the next. It might be grown-up child. They might be in their 40s, but still it's your child, fifth house, that takes them, or some powerful new beginning in the life of your child that takes it to the next level, or puts them on a different direction in life, or maybe some change in the relationship with children. And the same applies to a romantic partner. It doesn't necessarily mean a new romantic partner. It can mean a new phase and a new stage and a renewal in ways that you connect romantically. Fifth house is to have fun with your partner, to shine together. So there can be the possibility to renew this ability to have fun, to enjoy yourself together. All right. Yeah, that's about the fifth house, Taurus. So remember, the biggest influences are your 11th house, where you have to complete maybe something, restructure some of your social friendships, complete some kind of long-term project and goal, work on social, reaching more people, for example, while removing ones that are time wasting. And the other one is the creative fifth house. So thank you.